Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome today to a brand new video. This one's going to be a little bit different from things I normally do. First of all, I'm recording on a different computer. I don't know if that's noticeable in the microphone or whatever, but hopefully it's fine. And second of all, what am I doing in this video? So over the last couple of days, I have gone and learned the 212 municipalities of Slovenia. And you might be wondering, why the hell did you learn the 212 municipalities of Slovenia? That's an excellent question. The reason is because, as many of you may know, I've always been interested in learning subdivisions. I find it kind of fun. So for a long time, I've known a lot of the subdivisions of the countries of the world, like, the prefectures of Japan or the states of Germany, etc., etc. But the country that has the most first-level administrative subdivisions is, somewhat counterintuitively, Slovenia. For whatever reason, they decided, wouldn't it be fun if our first-level divisions were 212 municipalities rather than, a reasonable number. So I went ahead and learned them because I have learned all the subdivisions now of every country in the world with Google Street View. So this was kind of the last hurdle, the hardest sort of thing to overcome. And the reason I hadn't done it up till now is because Slovenia is small and it's not very useful for GeoGuessr when a country is super small like this. And second of all, there are 212 of them, so it's a massive pain. But yeah, today I am going to be naming them. So I'm going to be starting with the Cetera pin mode, which is just click on the ones that it tells you to click on. And then once that is done, I will be doing the type mode, which is actually typing in the names of each one. So without further ado, I'm going to refresh this so the time refreshes, and I am going to get started. So yeah, this is definitely a thing that I have done, and I don't know if it's I don't know if it was the smartest use of my time, but it feels good to finally be done learning all of this, just because of how much of it there was. It's like I've learned over 2,000 subdivisions now, but it was really cool to finally kind of put this to rest. I did learn these a little bit before, like I learned all of them at an earlier date, maybe a few months ago, but I didn't learn them super well. Like, I didn't learn them to the point where I know them almost automatically, and I wanted to sort of get to that point so I could do quizzes like this and really say that I've learned them all. So that is what I am proving that I have done today. But it is really satisfying to finally sort of be done with this. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll decide to learn the subdivisions of the countries that don't have Street View. I'm not sure, but either way, this is a really fun milestone, and it's somebody that I think pretty much no one else in the GeoGuessr community has bothered to do, because, again, why would you? the smarter people, never undertook this in the first place because it's a little bit insane. But again, I find it kind of fun and kind of a cool thing to be able to say that I did. So yeah, that's why I did it. Anyway, it's a little bit slower than it would normally be if I wasn't talking, but I figure this video is just going to be boring as hell if I'm not talking at all and just clicking things. So I decided to, try and make it a little more fun by actually saying some things. But eventually I'm probably going to run out of interesting things to say because there's only so many things I can say about this. But yeah. Anyway, it's a good time. A lot of people... hold on, where are we? A lot of people... people just find different things interesting. Like, for whatever reason, I find this fun, which a lot of people look at this probably and are like, how do you find this fun? But, other people find learning seasonal coverage and car metas fun, and, like, that's the type of thing that, to me, is not very interesting at all. But this, even though it's super tedious and very sort of brute forcey, I don't know. I find it super satisfying to be able to work through something like this and actually pull it off, even if the utility of it is indeed quite limited. It's still kind kind of cool. So, yeah. I think I'm going to struggle continuing to find interesting things to say at a certain point here. But, yeah, it's cool to also feel like I'm almost like an expert now at Slovenia. Like, I've I've basically learned all of the reasonably large towns in the country, so it's like if I'm playing a moving game and I see pretty much any sign, I'm just gonna know where the things are, and that's kind of a fun thing. Even if, again, like playing duels, this is pretty much never going to ever help me, but that doesn't matter. If it's fun, then, you know, who cares about utility? I'm just doing what I like to do, which is definitely different from the things that most people find fun in. Oh, gosh. I wonder how much faster I could be doing this if I wasn't saying anything. I mean, I've done this quiz. My high score is 8 minutes 27 seconds for all 212, and I'm already well over half of that, and I'm definitely not halfway through the quiz, so there's your answer. But, yeah. Anyway. It's also so interesting because it's like there's so many of them that it's just like it becomes so difficult. You have to split it up by region. At least that's what I had to do when I was learning them. Um, because you can't just learn all 212 at once. Like it's overload. But yeah, it's just like it becomes a lot to take in, and there are so many of them, especially because they're all in the same country. A lot of them have really similar names. That's just kind of the way it works. Um, so that makes them even harder because like some of them you just get confused with one another, and it's like, oh my god, this is way too much. But yeah, it makes it all the more satisfying when you finally figure it out. Okay, we are halfway through, almost 6 minutes into the quiz. But everything's going fine. I don't expect to fail this because I at this point, like I said, I have learned them pretty darn well. So I don't, I'm hoping that I'm not going to mess it up. I mean, if I do, I'm probably just going to have to restart the video because I don't want to, I'd rather not screw up. But yeah, man, so many just silly, random Slovenian words in my head now. Where's command? That's that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I am going to run out of things to say pretty soon, but I think that when I'm doing the type mode, I'll probably just like say the names of the places rather than trying to, because I feel like typing at the same time as saying completely different things is even harder. So I'll probably just, you know, say the things. And the reason, it's this one, right? The reason that I'm doing it on a Mac rather than a PC, I don't think I said this yet, is because I have to type diacritics to type the names of the things in, which I don't actually have to do that, but I prefer to do that because, if I'm going to be typing things in Slovenian, I should be typing them in Slovenian, like using the correct letters. But typing diacritics on a PC is a massive pain, and it's a lot easier on a Mac. So that is what I'm on the Mac for. Anyway, we got to get to the point where we're typing. We are not there yet. Again, I'm going pretty slowly right now because of how much nonsense I'm saying. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. It's crazy to honestly, even just thinking about what I'm doing right now, it's crazy that I can just like see these words and be like, yep, that's this tiny little blob. Because there's so many of them. Oh man, crazy stuff. And I'm sure to any casual viewer who is not familiar with me, they're probably thinking, what the hell are you doing right now? Although, to be fair, the people thinking that have probably clicked off the video at this point anyway, so and I don't blame you either. I don't. Yeah, you have to be kind of sick to want to watch this, but that's what a lot of my viewers are. So I appreciate anyone who is at this point in the video. If you are at this point in the video, leave a comment. Let me know. You're a legend. Yeah. This is the silliest thing. All right. Let me just try and pick up the pace and finish this off. So we get to the harder half of this. Disguise that one. We are certainly getting there. Really hope I don't mess it up at this point. That would be kind of sad. But hopefully that shouldn't happen. It says that one and that one. All right, 20 left. Brain, is this one? That one. Silnica is there. Okay. Close now. Just want to make sure I don't mess anything up. All right. So, 10 minutes 54. Again, that's slower than I could have done it. But I think it's more fun if I'm talking. So now, hopefully we're recording. GeoWizard moment. Everything looks fine. Good. Now, I'm going to play the type version. Now, the type version. Again, I'm going to try to type these correctly. I think it's kind of dumb to just learn words without diacritics. Because, it's like you're not actually learning the word. Because, an S without a little hot check on it is different from an S with a hot check on it. Like, it's a different letter. So I should, learn what actual letters make up these words, basically. So, if you are Slovenian, or if you're not Slovenian, and you happen to know the diacritics in each of these words, feel free to roast me if I get any of them wrong. I think I know them all, but again, if I get one of the diacritics wrong, you are allowed to clown me for it. I think that is fair game. All right, type. Here we go. So this is going to be definitely the trickier part of this, but yeah, let's just get into it. Oh my goodness. Lashko, Ljubljana, it's an easy one. Apache, Tolmin. That is Gorni. No, it's not. It's Kranjska Gora. Circulane. That guy is called Brain, Starshe. Even yesterday I knew these better, but I think they just start to fade really quickly. That is Ljubno. Trbovlja. Also, if you have comments on my pronunciation, I'm happy to accept feedback on that as well. Okay, Silnica Obdravi. We have Radlje Obdravi. That one is Duplek. Renche Vogrsko. What is that one? What is that one? Velenia. That is Središće ob Dravi. Loška Dolina. That is Kuzma. Solchava. Kamnik. And you also, when you do this, you also end up having like the silliest mnemonics for these things that don't like only make sense in your head, but like for this one, Ticino to me sounds like Ticino, the canton in Switzerland. So it's like, that's how I remember it. And like some of them are just so silly. It's like they only make sense in my head, but that's all you really need. This one's more straightforward because Križevci is literally part of a name of a county in Croatia, so it's like a little easier to remember. Nova Gorica. That is Trebnje. Miren Kostanjevica. Sevnica. This guy is, what is that? Benedict. Metlika. Šentjernej. Hoče Slivnica. This would be Mežica. That has a name, Šoštanj. This would be not Bohinj, what is that called? Gorje. This is Tabor. This is Šmarje pri Jelšach. Sveti Tomáš. Polzela. That is Dobrna. Črnomelj. The ones that are hard to say, the ones that like where they forget to put vowels in the word. I swear they need more vowels in these Slavic languages. Sometimes there's just way too many consonants in a row. It becomes a little hard to say. Radovlica. That's how it's spelled, right? Radovlica, yeah. That is Zagorje ob Savi. Prevalje. Kostel. Gornja Radgona. Dornava. Destrnik. Sounds like destiny. That's how I remember that one. This guy is Cerknica. Vihrpelje. Kozina. What is interesting is that I don't associate them with shapes generally. Like, I don't think the shape of this one looks like this other thing, which is something that like Zigzag does when I was learning subdivisions with him. I noticed that the way that he learned all of them was he just associated the shapes of them with like shapes of other things, and that's like kind of not how my brain does things. I associate them with like other words, like I associate the words with each other, but I don't associate the shapes with anything necessarily. Like I can recognize the shapes as distinctive, but I don't look at a shape and think, oh, this looks like this other thing, you know? Which is definitely something that some people do. Cerkvie na Goreňskem. Dravograd. That is Rogatec. This would be Gornji Grad. Rečica ob Savinji. Lukovica. That is Veržej. That one is Rogašovci. Dobre Polje. Štore. Bled. That's Lovrenc. Snagohorju. Oh my goodness. You are Sveti Juri v Slovenských Goricach. Some of them have quite crazy names. This is Radeče. Polčane. Videm. Ormož. Šenčur, Jezersko, that is Mengeš, Kanal ob Sochi, Šentilj, this is Žužemberk. What is that one? Why do I not remember? Oh, Mokronog Trebelno. This is Krško. Kostanjevica na Krki. This is... Wait, what is this one? Juršinci. That is... Komenda. Žiri. Koper. Cerkno. Borovnica. Novo mesto. Preddvor. Brezovica. That has a name. That is Mozirje. Semič. This is not Dravograd. What's it called? Podvelka. I think this is Mirna. It's a little hard for me actually when you can't see the ones below, because sometimes I associate ones with like what they're close to. So when this little text box is blocking the stuff, like I know Mirna is close to Mirna Pech, but like when I can't see Mirna Pech, I'm like, wait a second, like am I actually in the right area? Which is another kind of interesting thing that happens with this Cetera quiz. Postojna. That is called, I always forget this one, Doleńskie Toplice. That is Železniki. This would be Sežana. Ruše. Šalovci. This is Oplotnica. Šmartno pri Litiji. Dol pri Ljubljani. This is called Podlechnik. That would be Hajdina. Bohinj. This is Bloke. Love that one. And yes, I'm sure it's Bloke, but I don't know. It's just funny to say Bloke. Anyway, Bovec. Kozja. Putsonci. This one is Vransko. Vršnika. Kraň. This would be not Gorišnica, what's it called? Zavrč. That one up there is Kungota. This is Šempeter Vrtojba. Okay, that is Radenci. That is Makole. Piran. Ig. Another excellent one. Lenart. Divača. This is, what's it called? Gornji Petrovci. It's Logatec, not to be confused with Rogatec. Karan, Kobarid. This guy is... what's it called? Not Bistrica, Ribnica. Okay, that one would be Prebold. That is Sveta Trojica v Slovenských Goricách. Izola. Šentjur. That is Domžale. Komen. What's that one called? This is Grosuplje, I think. Grosuplje. South would be Loški Potok. That is Vodice. What are you called? Idria. This would be... Man, I'm slowing down now. I'm just being more careful. I don't want to get anything wrong now. What is that one? Oh, it's the other Ribnica. That is Črenšovci. That was a bit of a tricky one, but should be that. This is Muta. Nazarje. That's Velike Lašće. That would be Dobrovnik. Sounds like Dubrovnik. That is Kočevje. This would be Vojnik. This is the other Sveti Juri Obščavnici. This one is Markovci. This would be Žetare. Ljutomer. That is Škofja Loka. Lendava. Litija. Not Jesenica. What's the one next to it? Žirovnica. Podčetrtek. Another one that's horrible to say. Brežice. Majšperk. This would be Dobrova. Polhovgradec. That guy is Škocian. This would be Cankova. That guy is Trnovska Vas. That is Gorišnica. Šmartno Opaki. That is, what's that called? Beltinci. See, I associate this one. So this one is Vitanje, but again, like, for whatever reason in my head, like Vojnik and Vitanje, because they start with the same letter, they're like right on top of each other. So I like associate them with each other. So again, when the text box is covering Vojnik, I start having doubts. Like, wait, is that Vojnik or am I in the wrong area? So it's really interesting the way that works. This should be Gorenja Vas Poljane. That is the Stork Village, Velika Polana, Naklo. This is Sveti Andraž, I think. Slovenskih Gorica. That is not Bloke, but Sodražica. That one is Vuzenica. And then we have Cerkvenjak. This is Šent Rupert. That is Grad. Oh my gosh, almost there. Črna na Koroškem. That would be Jesenice. That's Horjul. That one is Braslovče. Brda. It's so awkward. My mouth isn't made to say these things. Moravske Toplice. This is Ivančna Gorica. That would be Medvode. That guy is Vipava. What are you called? Slovenjgradec. Not Zavrč, but Zreče. This is Kidričevo. That would be Ravne na Koroškem. Oh my gosh. Žalec. Maribor. Tuj. Škofljica. This one is Moravče. That is Miklavž na Dravskem polju. Slovenské Konice. That is Myslinia. Bystrica ob Sotli. This is, wait, should be Šmarješke Toplice. Then we have Razkrižje, Slovenska Bystrica, Odranci, and finally Kobilje. 1656, again, I can definitely do that faster. I've done it in 1433, but still not so bad. Recording about 30 minutes. I think that's a decent length for a video. So, yeah, that is me naming all 212 municipalities of Slovenia in both pin mode and type mode. And I hope I got all the diacritics right, but again, feel free to roast me in the comments if I didn't. But yeah, honestly, if anything, it's just a relief to say that I finished this, because it's just, I don't know. It took a long time. It was kind of a pain to learn, but now it's like I've learned all the first level subdivisions on Google Street View, which is over 2,000 things, which is a pretty cool thing to be able to say. Speaking of which, once again, if you guys want me to do a follow-up video of this kind, where I name all 2,000 plus subdivisions on Google Street View, let me know. The way I would probably do it is using the Plunkett quiz, which is a 1-by-1 completely randomly generated order, which is going to be really difficult and will take literally forever, probably upwards of like 4 hours. But I think at this point I know them well enough that I could actually pull that off. So if you guys want to see that, definitely leave a comment, let me know, because, you know, again, that's going to be a massive undertaking if I do it. So I want to make sure that you guys are actually interested in that. But hopefully you enjoyed watching me name the municipalities of Slovenia. That is going to do it for me today. And yeah, thanks. Again, I don't know, like the video and subscribe. I probably should have said this at the start. But if you like this kind of content, you want to see me do more of this kind of subdivision stuff, then definitely let me know. But for now, I will sign off. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.